Hey guys, Wise Gamer here, bringing you another indie game review. This time we're taking a look at Absolute Drift, a game that's been in my library since about summer last year when it came out, and I've been meaning to do a review, and it's just been something that I've just not been able to get out there. So I want to go ahead and put that review out here for you guys, and let's go ahead and hop right into it. Now, Absolute Drift, it came out in July, again, 2015. It's by Fun Selector Labs Incorporated, another indie dev out of Canada. We've been seeing a lot of those guys pop up lately with really popular games, and you can go to pick it up on Steam. I'll have all the links down below, as well as the developer website and stuff like that. But basically what this is you are trying to unlock in a very Asian-inspired atmosphere. You're trying to unlock the secrets of drift. Drift being, when you're in a car, you're going kind of fast, you start sliding around and doing tricks on the racetrack type thing, or drifting around corners, Tokyo Drift style, right? So this game's really cool, actually. So basically, the way it plays out is you have kind of a few different game modes. So you have Drift Kana, which is kind of like a freestyle drifting, doing donuts in a really tight circle, or doing drifts around a really tight square box, or around a kind of a circular object type thing. Instead of just doing a straight donut, you kind of drift all the way around the object. It's kind of like a freestyle, I guess if you compare it to skateboarding, there's vert and then there's street, so it's kind of like the street version of skateboarding, where there's the street version of drifting, I guess, where you do tricks and stuff like that. There's a straight drifting mode where you're on a regular racetrack, or maybe not necessarily an oval shaped track, but more of a traditional racing track basically, and you're going to be drifting around the corners, and you want to make as fast a time as possible, keep your drifts as long as possible, but your speed up as well, and you get points for stuff like that. And there's also mountain drift, which is basically a linear path, a point A, point B type thing, and you drift what would be downhill basically, downhill drifting and stuff like that. So it's kind of just a few different ways that you can play the game. And basically, as you're going through, not only do you have the ability to just play those game modes, but you can actually play in these free roaming areas. So what your main goal is in the storyline type thing is you have these free roaming areas where they're very unique. You have an airport, the docks, Metropolis, stuff like that, and you have to do different tricks. It'll say drift between these two buildings, and that unlocks one out of the 15 things that you have to do for the area, or find the hidden X's, and there's 10 of those per area. Jump over the hangar, and you launch off a ramp and stuff like that too. So there's these different special tricks you have to do, and once you clear all of them, you actually move on to the next area. On this file here, I actually re-imaged my computer a while back, so I don't have the completion, but I actually beat this game completely as far as the storyline goes. Really fun game, and on this file here, I'm in the very early areas because I had to kind of redo everything there. But it's not too bad. I mean, it takes a few hours to beat, maybe, if you played it straight. The controls are a little weird, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's full controller support as well as keyboard support too. So I mean, I play with a 360 controller, and it makes it a lot easier. The steering's a little sensitive, but once you kind of get an idea of when you're supposed to brake versus e-brake, and how much you should turn, and when you should use the gas and stuff, basically how to drift, it actually works out really well. The physics are great for that type of thing too. The other cool things is it actually has online leaderboards as well, and it has a lot of good music and everything. So let's go to break that down too. So visually, the game's pretty simple looking. I know there's 5, maybe 6 different cars that you can pick from, which is basically either some different cars with a van versus a sports car or something like that. They don't seem to have too much different actual abilities as far as the way they drive. It's just more of a model that you look at. And then they also have different paint schemes and stuff too, so you can kind of paint them different colors, which is kind of cool too. The free roaming areas are great, and you get to do that type of thing too, and each one's really unique too, which kind of adds to the whole ambiance of the game. As far as the audio goes, it has 3+ hours of really good beats. You can change it manually through the menu option, I believe it is, and then you can also just, obviously just let it play out as it goes through the different tracks and stuff like that too. But having over 3 hours means that you aren't going to hear the same song right away, which is really nice as well when you're playing the game. You don't want to hear the same repetitive stuff over and over again, so that's what you're listening to as well. And again, it has full controller support as well as leaderboards and things like that. So it's something that you want to go into. You're going to want to constantly beat your best time, and then maybe beat others on the leaderboard as well. And after you beat the game, as far as unlocking all 5 of the free roam areas, you kind of get a nice little secret at the end. And then you also, like I said, get the ability to just go back and continue to play those matches and kind of beat your best time in most other racing games. Really, the only drawbacks that I have is the game is just a little bit simple at the same time. The 3 game modes, or race modes, drift modes, whatever you want to say, are great. They're all unique. There's different tracks that are unique and stuff like that too. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you're just doing the same thing over and over again. It's really fun though. This is a game that I can hop in, play for maybe 15-20 minutes, hop out, no hurt or loss. It's not like I'm stuck in the game for hours and hours trying to find a match or something like that. I really like how simple it is for that reason, and how it is so easy to just pick up and start racing, and you'll get better over time too. Even though I thought it was really difficult at first, once I learned the controls a little bit better and how to control my car, it wasn't too bad. Overall, I definitely would recommend the game still. Again, you can pick it up on Steam. I'm going to have all the links down below. I believe it's on Humble Bundle as well through the Humble Store, so you can actually pick it up there if you want to support a charity. And all the links to the developer and all that stuff will be down there below as well. I do reviews Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so if you like this video, please let me know. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, and make sure you check out my other reviews too. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you see my next review as well. Otherwise guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.